Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my second impressions video for you guys. This is number 9 and I have I think 7 fragrances to go through, so let's get into it. I've worn them all a whole bunch. I've already talked about some of them in other videos, but these are my kind of official second reviews because I think, yeah, they were all except one blind buy. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video, and let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the one that needs the least amount of time because I have sung its praises many a time already since I've owned it, and I haven't owned it for that long, and that is Rose's Berberanza. This is a stunner. If this is your first video of mine, feel free to go back to when I hauled it, or yeah, so many of my other videos. I'm sure I'll talk about it again. This just kind of blew me away. I really wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. I knew the bottle was going to be stunning, which it is. Probably one of my favorite bottles of all time, and this is what really led me to buying 2 more from Maison Lancome because it's stunning. It is so much like Middle Eastern desserts. It's rose and syrupy and pistachio and gourmand, and it's just stunning. It lasts a long time. I feel like it can make a rose hater into a rose lover and a gourmand hater into a gourmand lover just because of just how delicious it is. It takes your breath away with how beautiful it is. Personally, I think it is rose, pistachio, gourmand, syrupy goodness done to perfection, and I just love it. I love everything about it. I can't imagine being without it anymore, and it really does smell high quality. It smells like there was love and care and attention put in to every step of the process, and I just love that. As a fragrance fanatic lover, I feel like so much thought and just creative input was put into this. So love Rose's Berberanza. I loved it at first impressions, and my love has only grown, so that's great. Second one, also a love but very, very different, is Clair de Musc, and it's by Serge Lutens. I've never had any of their fragrances before, and this was a first blind buy, and I'll try to spray this one on my skin actually because it's very musky. It is beautiful. I feel like I've already put a dent in this. I'm not sure if you can see, but if there's a dent in it right when I haul something, that is saying a lot. I didn't just wear it once or twice. I just love it. I've actually worn this to bed a number of times because it's such a beautiful powdery fragrance, very musky. I mentioned before, and this review remains true, it smells like French milled soaps. It's very soapy in its muskiness, and I just love it. I think it's really, really beautiful. It is very, I don't know, like Paris chic for me. It's very like Paris's take on a clean, soapy, musky fragrance. It's very chic. It's very, very chic. I feel like it's not going to be for everyone. I mean, all of these are not going to be for everyone, but this is, if you're not into musky or soapy fragrances, this really is that. I mean, it's leaning into it 100%, so I wouldn't just recommend it for everyone, but personally, I think it's a really, really beautiful one. So if you're just going to get one soapy fragrance, this is one I would recommend because it's such a clean, very chic, again, I feel like I've said chic a million times, take on what a soapy, musky fragrance can be. I really do love this. I feel like when I go through this, I would want it again, which is saying a lot because it's just a really beautiful take on it, a simple and yet beautiful, stunning take. And this is a really good example of how simple fragrances can actually be very, very stunning and very nice. So, love Clair de Musc. Then, kind of in conjunction, we'll talk about the 2 Acqua de Parmas that I got recently, and they were the 2 I was missing from the Nobile range. So the first one we'll start with is Gelsomino Nobile, so the jasmine one. I've really, really loved this. Oh my god, it's stunning. I've loved both of them, honestly. This has been really, really beautiful. I think it's a really nice citrusy take on jasmine. The jasmine is really, really beautiful on this. I actually do have like a small a jasmine flower plant, and it's like blooming a lot now, and whenever I take the little jasmines off, it smells very, very much like this. This is a very nice, authentic jasmine scent, which is just like heightened and freshened up just a little with that quintessential Acqua di Parma citrus. So yeah, love that. Definitely my second favorite of the Nobile range. Close second to my first favorite, which is Iris Nobile. I love it. All of you who said I would love it were right, and I do. It is beautiful. It is a very hard to explain iris, however. Did I say violet? I hope I didn't say violet. I meant iris. It's a very hard to explain iris because I find it's not getting makeup-y as iris can sometimes do, and while it's slightly powdery because iris always is, it's not very irisy. It's not very extremely powdery either. There is some heart to it, and it's hard to explain. There is some citrus. There's definitely a lot of focus on the iris, even though there's other flowers centering it. None of them overpower the iris, which was so crucial to me. And even in the heart and the dry down, I feel like the iris stays at the center, which is so, so nice. And I don't know, there's something purple smelling to this, and it's hard to place other than the iris. It just smells slightly, I don't want to say grape because it's not grapey, but there is like, when I think of a color of this fragrance, it just screams purple, and not just because of the iris, it just smells purple. And that might not be a good description. I know it isn't, but it's the thing that I've honestly felt the most in wearing this, is it smells purple to me. I really do love it. This is my favorite from the Nobile range. I feel like this is first, Gelsomino's second, Magnolia's third, Rose is fourth, and Peony is fifth, only because the pink pepper in the peony really does come alive, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but still, all of them are beautiful. I'm so glad to have the full range, and yeah, have been loving those. Then another fragrance I've talked about in depth, so I won't get too into it, is the Eau Thé Bleu from the Eau Parfumée of Bvlgari. Really nice. I've really enjoyed wearing this in this really hot, humid weather, and it's really nice. It's slightly herbal. It's got like a darker tea, a lighter tea. It's herbal, some lavender. I really, really like it. I've enjoyed wearing it. I love the bottle, actually. It's very much to my taste to have this like frosted glass, and I really loved it. So if you're looking for a nice tea fragrance that isn't going to break the bank, but is really well made and that I definitely recommend Eau Thé Bleu. Then one that I truly have only worn twice just to be able to give this second review, but it's not really not because it's bad, it's just I had a lot of expectations of this one, and it's so just like generic smelling to me that it kind of just falls by the wayside, and that's Intimately Beckham. I'd heard so many good things about this fragrance, and honestly, it smells nice, but it's just like a very run-of-your-mill like floral fragrance, and nothing really screams out at me. It was a tester bottle, so I've left the little plastic thing on there just for some extra protection, but honestly, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. I feel like it smells like your average floral fragrance, even more basic. Some people say Chloe is like very basic florals, and this is a lot more basic than even Chloe, because I actually enjoy some Chloe fragrances. Personally, I've owned a whole bunch, and they might all be floral, they might sometimes be similar, but this is truly like your average floral fragrance. Not bad, but in a collection of my size, this is just not really gonna get a lot of love or attention, unfortunately. And then finally, Armani Code Cashmere. This was the only one that wasn't a blind buy. I love this. It's got that beautiful root beery vibe to it. I've worn it a bunch. I knew I would because I've sampled this a million times and have tried it in store a million times. I can see myself even wearing this even more in colder weather because it just gets so delicious, and I love it. I've always loved this. I will always recommend this. And I find that men really, really do like this as well. It's got like a sexy quality to it. So definitely recommend. And that is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this second impressions video. As always, don't forget to leave me your thoughts and comments in the comments below on these fragrances or any others that you love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!